Hello and welcome back to my Let's Challenge of Ratchet and Clank 3. In the last episode, we completed planet... where were we? We were on Iridia. We did Iridia, and also we have now arrived here on the Thran asteroid belt. We did the first little bit of this mission, and now we are going to complete the rest of the Thran asteroid belt and hopefully make some really good progress into actually heading right towards finishing this this game. It's sad, I know, but we must complete it once more. And we have lots of things for us to do. So, this is really the only little section where we get to use the warp pad. So what you do is you activate a spot, you then do whatever you need to do, and then you teleport to that spot. Like I said, it's only really used in this mission, so it's not something that we'll see over and over again. And I think, if I remember correctly, the game makers were saying that when they first introduced it, they sort of were hoping that you'd be able to, it would sort of open up a huge load of new areas. But the problem with it is that it just ended up being a bit too powerful, game-breakingly so. In terms of just skipping vast areas, and so they decided to drop it and just sort of leave, and so the only bit that remains is this little mission here. So these quark bots are really quite resilient, annoyingly so. You can see that they obviously fall apart into various sort of bits as you sort of deal damage to them. So yes, rather frustrating, but hopefully we shouldn't find these guys too bad. It's certainly on higher difficult, sort of in challenge mode playthroughs and stuff like that, they can be a real pain. But thankfully we have more than enough really strong weapons to hopefully deal with most of these guys, which is always good. Okay, so we'll go back to the Quack Array for the launchers, as we can. We might not be able to get the Quack Array fully done, unfortunately. It will see. So what you got to do here is activate it, then you teleport and walk straight through. Put that up. Okay, so now we're going to grab our flux rifle here and try and spot. So you can see just the very faint outline of an enemy there. That means we can actually strike him. There are more enemies through this area, but I'm not sure we can actually reach them, unfortunately, so we'll have to leave that for here. So this little section here is rather cool. It's rather frustrating because of all of this ice, and you spend the whole section here sort of on this ice, which makes sort of your movement obviously rather stilted. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, you're kidding me again. How did we miss twice? Anyway. We know what the jackpot crate does by now. Come on. I don't know if that's a flaw on the ports part, the remake onto the PS3 version. I would threaten to say it is, but I can't be sure. Anyway, so we'll pop up here. That enemy thankfully died. We have some more space here to use the flux rifle. Actually reach me from all the way back here, wow. Okay, cool, so that is that. Looks like our display gun should hopefully upgrade here. As do we want our Annihilator to upgrade as well. Okay, so now we've got I can't remember if this is for a titanium bolt or not, but we will try. Okay, so essentially what you've got to do there is you've got to wall jump between the walls, and for some reason it will work, and some reasons it doesn't. Can never be exactly sure why. So obviously we do die, we lose another life, probably the Nitro Raptor, just as probably the lowest, you know, one of the earlier weapons that we got. And what dying does allow us to do is actually get some of these weapons a bit more sort of... Ow. I do love the design of this level, it's just that the enemies are particularly frustrating. Our Agents of Doom are not upgrading fast. There we go, lovely. Because you can see that that is a secret area just there on the map. But I think it is just for a skill point rather than actually for... There we go. So we upgrade our flux rifle to the splitter rifle.
Splitter rifle is the galaxy's most powerful stealth weapon. It uses quantum wave phasing to
fire shafts through multiple enemies. Like quantum wave phasing could do that, but who cares? It's a video game. And a Ratchet Clank game at that, so ridiculous weapons are the norm here. So we'll give this one more shot. I think what we need to do is we need to not hover at all. There we go, sweet. Okay. So you do the wall jumps, and yeah, so you can see this is just for a skill point. The skill point you get is for breaking the Dan Johnson faced snowman there. The Dan, as it's called, so you get a skill point. I think it's called You Can Break a Snow Dan, or something like that. So we do die for a skill point, but that's okay. That's not there for this bit, that's actually, that's... What are we being shot? Oh, right. It's like, what am I being hit by? And it's like, oh, there are some more ninjas here. So, we'll float our way down, get out a... So, cool. So, we're nearing the end of this section, I think. So you get an awful lot of pork bots in this last little section. So you want to head through here to get another trophy, being the Quark trophy, which is rather apt. Wonderful. Okay, all of you guys. Head through here. Is there anything else? Did we miss anything secret? It doesn't look like it. I think, yeah, I think the only titanium bolt we've already got, which is the one, which is the one on the secret path down towards the PDA, which we've already done. Anyway, so we now have a Clank section down here in the underground caverns. The last Clank section, I believe it's the last Clank section I've made. Made all the less terminable, annoying by some pretty awesome music, in my opinion. Sweet, well done. Come on, my little Gadgetbot friends. Beautiful. Something about this music that just immediately... I don't know if it's because it's got like themes of the original, sort of like some of the original game, but it just screams Ratchet and Clank to me. Lovely. Nearing 500,000 volts, which is rather a lot. So, we'll get the Scrunch the Monkey thing again. That cutscene is exactly the same as it was in Quaxos, I think. You can get a huge amount of volts just from breaking that for a nice 7,000 volts. And now obviously we need Scrunch to distract these guys. And then we can hover down here. Scrunch to go after the second banana. Cool. And then over there. Come on, Scrunch, you're doing a great job. Thank you very much. So you want to find the ninja launcher initially, and then destroy that. So we'll collect our first gadget box. Enter, lovely. We'll head up here. Come on. There we go, lovely. We obviously need him on the elevator in order for it to go. Enter. One left, which is over here. Go Scrunch. And then I think we're pretty much done. All we need to do now is get through these lasers, avoid some lasers, hit that. Hit the switch, that'll be that done. The Clank section done, we get a cutscene.
Hey, little buddy, how'd you find me here?
We found your secret vid comic, Quark.
Oh, that. Well, I expect you to understand. You'll probably look at me and think, I'd give anything for a body like that. For just one drop of his raw animal magnetism, one iota of his impeccable...
Can we just skip to the end, please?
Let's see, where was I? Sexy, charming, brilliant, iron, hard, abs. Ah, yes, but despite my outward appearance of utter perfection, well,
Deep inside, you're a cowardly wuss?
no, not exactly. When I escaped from that star cruiser, cheating death by mere nanoseconds, I suddenly realized something very important. I could have died! Me, Captain Quark! Imagine an entire galaxy with no more me! And for what cause? So, a few trillion people get turned into robots. Who am I to say who should or shouldn't be turned into a robot?
You're pathetic, Quark. I can't believe I once looked up to you. Let's go, Clank.
The people of this galaxy need you, Quark. They believe in you. You can give them hope. You have a chance to redeem yourself and become the hero you have always wanted to be.
So there we go, the Ferran asteroid belt is now complete, which leaves us, I think, with only 3 missions left.
Ratchet! Where have you been?
We were just...
Never mind. The Phoenix is under attack. Our shields are
Sasha!
to 40%. Life support systems are... I think they're getting... aboard the ship. Whatever's on that disk has nefarious worry. Do anything to get it back. Hey, Hotshot. If I don't get to see you again, I just wanted to say...
The signal is lost.
Engage the gravimetric warp drive.
So we have the Phoenix in peril, and we're going to head over there right now for a nice short little mission on the Phoenix, obviously. This one isn't too bad again. Lots of ninjas, lots of the robotic enemies. So there we go. So we want to go 8 to. We have no annihilation ammo, so now we do. Got your back. I love the display card. It just gets more and more crazy. It just goes absolutely mental at the end. So obviously that one sort of like PR lady got a hell of a load of jobs just for reading out. So I think she's the same person who did the Zog and Starport stuff. Right up here. Beautiful. Annihilator up to D4. It's exactly what we want. Assuming it was going to say that this weapon has a lock-on mod. I just realised I really don't need to know how to use lock-on mods again. Okay, so we'll continue to make our way through the chaos. So I think there were some boxes that we needed to break to reveal that refractor panel. So we can now head up here and use the refractor. Get it right in there. Beautiful. Oh. There we go, lovely. There we go, Rift Inducer up to V4 as well. There we go, lovely. And that is the Starship Phoenix done!
Well, you certainly took a sweet time. Hey, it's good to see you too. Everyone okay?
We're fine. You made it just in time.
Any luck with the data disk?
Huh. Luck, he says.
Al cracked the encryption. The disk contains a complete copy of Nefarious's battle plan. He's going to attack planet after planet, leaving nothing but robots in his wake. The Biobliterator is so well protected, Nefarious doesn't believe we can stop it.
Can we?
I estimate our odds at approximately 1 in 63 million, give or take.
Hey, that's, well, you know, not so bad.
A Biobliterator is programmed to recharge its power cells after each attack.
It's recharging at a base on planet Koros right now. And Ratchet, the next target is Veldin.
It's like, these evildoers need to realise that targeting down Ratchet's home planet is a terrible idea. Anyway. So miraculously they managed to fix this in whatever small time there was in between. And now we get to head over to planet Koros, which is Bolt City. It is the level where you get easily the most bolts in a quick amount of time. It's absolutely ridiculous. So off we go to planet Koros and the command center here.
Look, there it is. But how are we supposed to take it out? My biggest gun wouldn't even put a dent in that thing.
Then we will need a bigger gun.
Yeah, right. Where are we gonna get that kind of firepower?
Found it.
Huh? Whoa. Yeah, that ought to do it.
If you can get me inside the command center, I can override the targeting system and take control of that ion cannon.
Let's go.
Hey, now.
So we're going to get, as you saw there very quickly, we're going to see that Slim now has access to the plasma coil, which, as you should well know if you saw my Ratchet Clank 2 challenge, is one of my favourite weapons in the Ratchet Clank series. It is such a good weapon, such a ridiculous weapon. But we're not going to grab it just yet because I want to try and complete this mission in this episode, so we're going to need to move pretty fast, hopefully. And also, like, I really don't think we've got any chance of actually upgrading that weapon, like, to full. So I'm really just concentrating on weapons that I know that we're almost certainly going to be able to. Obviously, we will go and get it when we can, like, probably just before the next episode. Because there's no reason not to. But as you can see, there are so many breakables in this mission. Just like, you hyper strike with the box breaker and you will just break so much stuff. Seems like these robots are very good at killing themselves at the moment. That's good news for me. See? I don't know why they just... I mean, that might be a Agent of Doom, actually. So there is a skill point on this planet if you break enough stuff. And to be honest, we are going to break a load of stuff, because why the hell wouldn't we? It gives us loads of bolts. More of these guys. So we'll go with Annihilator. Beautiful. Okay, so onwards and forwards. Okay, so the next area we need to head to is up here. And what you want to do is you want to just glide over to this spot for a trophy. Looks like the Courtney Gears trophy. And then you want to jump down here for a titanium bolt. First of two on this planet, I believe. It might be three, but I think it's only two. So we can check. So, we'll climb up to the top. Hello, Chaos. So that's the skill point for destroying as much as possible. It's not everything, obviously. It's just the vast majority of the base. It's just so satisfying doing all this breaking. So satisfying. So anyway, for the second titanium bolt, what we need to do is we need to climb up this ladder just here, and it will be inside this building. So that's titanium bolt number 2, and now we can head inside the command center for the first time. These guys seem to take forever to level up once you get to V4, which is really annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna head up here. Okay, so there is an Inferno crate, I believe, somewhere along this path, but we really don't need to worry about that, especially because we're obviously concerned with upgrading all of our weapons. We get an nanotech increase, lovely. Just to ensure if we were at all close to dying, then we're not going to. They do a load of damage. I think that's 30 damage? Is that the Rift Ripper? Yes!
The Gadgetron Rift Ripper electrocutes enemies with each shot.
So the Rift Ripper does obviously You'll obviously notice that when it comes to the yeah, they do 30 damage each hit. The Rift Ripper will only take in enemies if they're weak enough. So obviously, having the ability to electrocute the enemies in order to do damage to them beforehand is really handy. So, there we go. We now have the final section, which is defeat this ship. Nice and simple. And then that is Planet Koros complete. A very successful episode this has been.
Agent Clank! What's going on here? What do you think you're doing?
After all those hollow films, there is one thing you should know by now. Do not mess with Agent Clank. Incoming call from the Phoenix.
Nice shooting, Clank. There's no telling how many lives you just saved. But we're not done yet.
Huh?
Al just finished decoding the data disk. Nefarious secretly constructed a second biobliterator. A new model, even more dangerous than the one you just destroyed.
Where is it?
Nefarious has a master control center on planet Mylon. We believe the last biobliterator is there now, guarded by an entire robot army.
Then we'd better get moving.
Be careful, guys. This time, they know you're coming.
So there we have it. There we have it. We are very close to the end. We are here for the final mission now, pretty much. I say pretty much, it is just the final mission. If we go to our weapons, we have the Shock Cannon, Nitro Rupture, and Quantum Whip, which we've all obviously lost access to. Those 3 deaths. But we also have the Display Gun at V4, we have the Quack Array at V3, might not get that upgraded. We have the Agents of Doom, so close to V5, and we have the Annihilator also at V4. We will buy the Plasma Coil, and also we'll get another Slim Cognito weapon. Essentially, I'll probably start next episode at Slim Cognito's, picking up the 2 weapons that we can get there. And then we'll also buy the other 2 weapons that we still haven't got, which are the Shield, the Hollow Shield Glove. I just want to see how fast they upgrade, essentially, and we have the money to do so. So that is fine. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of my Let's Challenge of Ratchet & Clank 3. We are nearing the end. We have 1 more mission to go. So I hope you will join me on the next episode.